Hey, Liam Ward here. Today we're looking at translating chromatic tabs to diatonic or vice versa. We're going to look at how to go both ways. So, the important thing here to start with is that you need to have tabs for the same key of chromatic as diatonic. So this is a C-tuned chromatic and a C-tuned diatonic. We're also assuming that you're converting from a 12-hole chromatic to a 10-hole diatonic. Now that is the standard version of both of these. These are the most common forms. So that's probably what you'll be doing, but we just need to lay that out to start with. So the first thing I want to do is go through some rules of thumb with you. So some things that you can use as quick transfers from one to the next. Then we'll look at a full diagram. You can get a free version of this diagram by clicking the link in the description. So the first rule of thumb is that between holes 5 and 8 on the chromatic, you can just subtract one number to get the diatonic version. So for example, 5 blow on a chromatic will be 4 blow on a diatonic. For the higher notes, both blow 8 and 9 on a chromatic are the same as 7 blow on the diatonic. You've got that repeated note in the different octaves on the chromatic. So both of those will be a 7 blow on the diatonic. For the blow notes above this on a chromatic, you can subtract 2 numbers in order to get the diatonic version. So for example, a 10 blow on a chromatic will be an 8 blow on a diatonic. With the higher draw notes on the chromatic, you can subtract 1. So a 10 draw on a chromatic would be a 9 draw on a diatonic. For the low notes of a chromatic, holes 1, 2, 3 and 4 blow are actually all the same as 1, 2, 3, 4 blow on a diatonic, as is 1 draw. 2 and 3 draw on a chromatic are full step bends on a diatonic. So to find the 2 draw note from a chromatic on a diatonic, you'd have to bend the 2 draw down a full step on that diatonic, and the same on the 3 draw. And then finally, the 4 draw on the chromatic would be the 3 draw equivalent unbent on the diatonic. So what about the sharps and flats on the chromatic? How are you going to change them to diatonic tabs? That's where you press the button in to access the extra reeds to give you those additional notes. Well, at this point, it's going to be easier if we use a diagram to compare all of the different notes on the chromatic with the diatonic, because it's not going to be as easy to use a rule of thumb. You're also going to be looking into more weird and wonderful notes on the diatonic, so bends and overbends, so you're going to have to really think about what you're doing in a more complex way. So I've put together a full diagram. You'll see it on the screen now, but you can download this diagram by clicking the link in the description to get that for free. I hope that it helps you working out the transfer from one to the other. If you want to move from diatonic to chromatic, you just look at the diagram the other way, take your diatonic tabs and convert them to chromatic. So I hope it's going to help you either way if you're trying to switch between them. Final thought though for you, you really do need to learn to use your ears as much as your eyes. So as much as a diagram, a table to tell you this note equals this note is going to be useful for you, you need to remember that it's as much about using your ears or more about using your ears than anything else. So if it doesn't sound right from what you've got written down, trust your ears, because that's what music is all about. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Check out the link to the free download and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.